All right, well, hey, what's shaking, bacon? Hope this is working. But hey, listen, I've been giving the whole "where's the church now" thing a lot of thought. I've been giving it a lot of thought and doing a little research online. Basically, what that means is I'm watching other guys' YouTube channels. And so I was watching this one guy's channel, and they were talking two Catholics and a Unitarian, believe it or not. So, I'm watching this show with a Unitarian, two Catholics, and these two Catholics, both were converts, okay? And they said a lot of interesting things, but the one thing I could gather from them, and I think it's wise to look at the Catholic Church and how they treat worship and the way the church has, come on, it's survived for what? I don't know, thousands of years now, basically, So it's wise to listen to what they say. And one of the things that's happening in the Catholic Church is that they're moving away from Vatican II and what that meant. And what that meant for a lot of Catholics was leaving the tradition behind, because they used to hold Mass in Latin. And then all of a sudden it was okay not to have Mass in Latin. When John Paul II instituted Vatican II, it really changed everything in the church. When I was growing up in the Roman Catholic Church in upstate New York, it was like super hippie. At least where we went for, I think it was like Our Lady of Angels or something like that. But the nuns played guitars and they didn't always wear their habits. It was like a transition period. It was like a progressive movement in the Roman Catholic Church. It was like their own little hippie movement. They had the Jesus People. Andrew Lloyd Webber put out Jesus Christ Superstar, which was, believe it or not, I tell people this and they choke. It's like Jesus Christ Superstar was like my first intellectual exposure to Jesus, and I was mesmerized by that. I was mesmerized by him. Okay, so anyway, what the conclusion I think you can draw from that when it comes to, say, the Lutheran Church is that it would be very smart to make church more churchy, so that it would be more traditional, higher liturgy. I think the chanting is fantastic. Anything that's going to make it sacred. See, you talk to people and they'll say, well, I feel like I get my instruction and my sermons on YouTube, So they're going to church for fellowship. But the one thing you can't get online is the Lord's Supper and baptism. Fellowship, well, you can get fellowship, but not instantaneously or on the fly. I'm looking for a different word. But you can't get those things, and you can't get the high liturgy. You can't get the smells and bells. And I think as people, let me slow down. Okay, so you've got the church being more churchy, right? So we're gearing church and orienting church to be more about the believer. And so church is getting more churchy and more sacred, right? And so the people who are hungry are going to start coming because, I don't want to get ahead of myself. All right, so church is more churchy, blah, blah, blah. And the reason this is important is because I think you can build the communities and the instruction platforms and the orientation stuff all online. One of the things the Lutheran Church is really bad about is staying up. You have to really ride the wave without sacrificing the content. So that's why I say if we stuck with the liturgy, high church liturgy, highly sacred, right? All the instruction, all the things that now are brick and mortar can go over to online communities, which are more vibrant, and you're able to connect with people at whatever way and at whatever time they want to connect to you. There's no more, you don't miss each other, right? So I think that's part of it. I think part of it is moving all the brick and mortar stuff that can be moved over to an online community type of thing should be done. And church should become very churchy, right? So those are my ideas so far about this. And the other cool thing to think about when it comes to church and church attendance is that school in the next, I would say 4 or 5 years, maybe 5 years, school teachers will be no more. And I'll tell you why. You'll be able to customize an AI curriculum for your child. It will assess your child expertly. It will tutor your child expertly, okay? It will instill the values you want to instill in your child. The AI will. And I'll bet you this. I'll bet you it will create a network of people who are also using the same type of agent, and it will arrange PE and gym time for social activities with those kids too, in your community. And you know what that's going to do for the church is, that's going to create an opportunity for the church to create social events. Social events that are organized online, like Facebook or any other community, and then people show up for like ice cream socials, spaghetti dinners, pancake breakfasts, chicken barbecues, anything that gets people together. It's going to be a great, AI could be an opportunity for the church. We just need people with vision in places, people with vision in positions where they can actually do something. They can make a decision and turn the ship. That's what we need. We need men who aren't afraid to make mistakes, men who aren't afraid to make decisions. And I'm not talking about decisions with the gospel and with doctrine. I'm talking about decisions in how we're governing the church, you know? So I gave it a little thought, you know? I'm going to keep thinking about it, though. Don't you worry. But anyway, God bless you. It's Lord's Day tomorrow, so you better start getting your stuff ready. So anyway, all right? God bless you. Go in peace and serve the Lord. Nuke Lutheran. Like and subscribe.